Like, what's going on? Am I burning some work from home hours because I'm not feeling well? Like, what are we doing? So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. I just stream all day and avoid sleep. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. Sleep's kind of important. Sleep is very important. Trying to actually like sit in my chair correctly how I'm supposed to and all that. And a nice little like relaxing kind of reset. I don't know, man. We'll see how it all goes. I will say, after taking like a couple days off, I do feel more like excited to play Dead by Daylight. I am feeling a little more, you know, a little more interested, a little more alive, a little more, yeah. All right, so we gotta go to basement, which if we're lucky, and we are lucky. And there we go. Easy stuff. No problems at all. And we get bonus if we leave with it too, yeah. So we shall see. Gotta remember to drink a bunch of water as well. So you're injured on the side of the hill. What are you doing out there? What are you doing out there? You just kind of hanging out? Kind of doing your thing? Finally crawling off the side of that mountain. All right. Way, way off in the distance. Do, 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 do. Bow, 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 bow. All right. Hello, my dear friend. We'll take that as a nice little speed boost. Use our little overcome. I ran out into a dead zone. There's nothing out there. Nothing out there at all. A little unfortunate. Little unfortunate, but you know, no big deal. It's unfortunate I didn't get a gen done. But we'll see how it goes, I guess. Do 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 do. Yeah, we are going to see how today goes. Take that. Interesting. Alright. So she's gonna blow up that wall. We're gonna be okay there. I don't know if she's gonna push that. I think we're alright. I think we're gonna be okay from there. Maybe not. Yeah, I can't figure this one out. We are getting rid of this tape though. Do need to get rid of that tape. I should probably move this a little bit too. There we go. Go for that save in a little bit. It'll be alright. Maybe. So there's no kind of ruin or anything like that that we need to really worry about. No crazy gen slowdown, so I don't know, man. I think we're kind of okay. I should probably go deal with this VHS tape though. I might not get an option to deal with the VHS tape. We'll see. I don't know if she knows where I'm at. Yeah, she doesn't get to know what my current status is. Okay. Honestly, the little heartbeat thing is really, really nice. Yeah, get those co-op heals. Excellent. Marvelous, even. I didn't realize she had a ring. It's kind of neat. Huh. That man's switch? It's the only thing I can think of. Let's set it off mid-bit. Unless maybe somebody messed up Merciless Storm for a second, but... Did they fix Merciless Storm? Brrr. I'd actually be getting out of here. I might be doing alright. Dang it. Oh, that's death. I thought I was getting vacuumed to that window, honestly. I pressed space and I was like, oh yeah, I already made it through the window. I'll set myself up for the next run. Ooh, don't do that. Yeah, we could still be alright here. Hello, Aurora, how are you? Hope you are doing well, doing alright and all that. That came up quick. Dude, seeing the tear radius like actually come up, how fast it comes up with the heart. Yeah, it was nice, like good idea. Think you might play some DVD. Very nice. Buddy, you gotta know that we can't do anything about that, right? Like, you gotta know. You gotta know we can't drop that pallet. No, she's in chase with somebody else, alright? Easy heals. Oh, I'm about to go red. This doesn't really matter. It's about to, though. Yup. Nice. Nice. Dude, the entity blocker on the pallet is brutal. Are we? Overcome didn't go off, did it? Yeah, there's no way she's gonna give up this opportunity. She wants this so bad. She might actually teleport over to this one. I don't know. Where's she gonna get? Oh, she isn't chasing me again? Dang, alright. Alright. Oh, I'm not gonna make that. It's a huge lunge. Good for her, man. There it is. Dead. Yo, Ray, what's going on? How are you? It has been far too long. We gotta figure out another time we're playing some hunt. It's always a good time. Yes, please. Yeah, dude, just give me a day. Tell me when will work for you. How are you? My stomach's been weird this morning, so it's not great. But outside of that, doing pretty good. Not doing too bad. Oh yeah, any means necessary. Still not up and running. You know, we'll try this. We'll keep this build. I don't know when I made this build, but we'll keep this build. Dude, it's so interesting seeing so many people who I watch Hunt Showdown with the like Amsterdam TwitchCon one, because it took me so long to look at that and be like, what is that? I haven't seen that before. Oh right, all of those people from the other side of the world with that Amsterdam TwitchCon. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I might cut out a little bit early so I can get like an extra hour of sleep. Little extra hour of rest before going to work, but you know, we'll see how it goes. That won't be for another few hours. But yeah, man. It's been good. Got all of us US people have a lot of us US people should have a 3-day weekend coming up this weekend as well, which will be nice. I'm probably like, I don't know, doing some staycation things. Hunt had an event for us and stuff? Really? Yeah, okay. Okay, I don't think they really do that too much for us out here. Maybe I just didn't notice. Trying to remember. I definitely talked to somebody who is from Crytek. I want to say, it was a while ago, 2018. Yeah, that was definitely a while ago. That was at, I want to say PAX East. So I was working on some, did some stuff as essentially a Fortnite spectator, which was kind of interesting. Got to spectate a handful of events for them. Which is kind of neat. Kind of neat. Kind of worked out okay. Glad I went in with this build because it seems like we don't have a killer again. %50 of our matches we haven't had somebody play in the video game. We'll see. Nice. Yeah, I forget sometimes that how Nemesis is actually playing the game. All right. Hey. What's going on, friend? Is it too early? Dude, I completely spaced. What did I say? I forgot what I said 5 minutes ago. Oh no. Yep. You know, we're getting there. I'm awake. We were talking about the spectating thing. What was that? We're talking about the spectating thing, then yeah, I did a bunch of Battle Royale spectate stuff. Sir? Wow, okay, so you're a little delayed. Got it. Got it. And I should have gone to basement after picking up the glyph. Oh. Yeah, okay, fair. Oh hey, the glyph's back. This shouldn't be too difficult to find. Yeah, so my DC penalty in Dead by Daylight's up to like 15 minutes right now. Because anytime I'd get a killer who's like farming or AFK, I would DC. And the problem is that would happen like 1 in 3 games. So I'd play Dead by Daylight for like maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'd DC and go play Hunt Showdown. So, you know, we'll see what today ends up having in store for us. Like Leaf. Yeah, sorry, you're not gonna be able to heal me here. There we go. Well, why is Karen so fast? She's zooming. Okay, all right. Hey, what's going on, Angel Tongue? Thanks for coming through and saying hello. Oh, hey. I mean, sure. Dude, why is she so fast? They're rocking all of the speed add-ons. She can turn around. Or we can get the totem done. I'm thinking it's Devour Hope. It's either Devour Hope or Haunted Grounds. And honestly, if we pop Haunted Grounds right now, that's gonna be fantastic. And probably Devour. If I had to guess. Oh yeah, I gotta take remove that. So we lost in the first round. The team that we lost to in the first round was the team that ended up going on and winning the whole thing. So, you know. We lost to the team that won the finals, so like, you know, we're basically second place. Basically second place. I do need to go ahead and remove that from everything that's going on there. But, hopefully, getting some decent chases. A little bit later on, I figure, you know, usually what I used to do quite a bit is I would get like 2.5 gens done. Basically, if I would get my repairs bar, my overall score, let's say good, like basically in the 7 o'clock position, something like that. I'd be like, all right, I've done my part. I've done enough gens. Everybody else can figure it out. I'm gonna go play with the killer. And I think I might want to go back to that. I forgot. I am not running the old builds that I used to run. I might have played that a little bit too close. Nope, okay. Did not get the blind. I don't know if you left him behind. Nope. A little weird. A little weird he didn't go all the way around on that one. Okay, I'm injured and blue, which means I don't really have too many options here. Yep. Yeah, don't fall asleep on the couch. It's a trap. Nice try, man. If that was me, if I was the killer there, that blind would have worked. I got hit by the most egregious blind in the tournament. It was so gross, man. I was sitting there staring at the wall. Some dude's blinding, like, what looks like, from my screen is the killer, the back of my head. Like, just the wall was illuminated, right? And then I got blinded. Like, just... Nope, you're getting blinded. Okay. That was dirty, yeah. Go save the best for the last zombies, man. Attack speed is so fast. Alright, and then I gotta go find the basement. I think after that happened, I was just kind of like, well, that's how this one's gonna go. I did really, like, really need that hook. Because that was the first hook. Really needed that first hook to land. And unfortunately didn't. That was followed up by somebody getting a flashbang save on me. And at that point, it was pretty much it. Bit of an interesting choice on that one. Okay. Hello, Nemesis. I think we just kind of get away with that one. I think we're just getting away with it. All right. I do feel. I don't sleep on the couch. Wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't be opposed to it. No, you stop that. It's only a little heart, though. Okay, it's a bigger heart. I should work on getting less blue. Still not exactly sure where he's at. This the visual terror radius is interesting because the speed at which it shifts is a little quick. That is very true, Itarama. It has been a long time since I've gotten a haircut. Morning, Michaela. You fell asleep at like 7:45 p.m. Woke up at midnight. I fell asleep at like, was it 8? I don't know. 7:38, somewhere in there. Woke up, stomach was feeling a whole lot of not happy. Yep. And we're gonna see how the day goes. Have a good day. Have a good day. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah. Thanks, Pitbull Chick. Appreciate it. Yep, well, that's death. Do we have a pallet around here? I don't know if we do. We might be okay for that. I think we're alright. About to start work. Good luck at work. Well, shouldn't have touched that. It'll be fine. We're just gonna keep running him. Oh, okay. That is a lot of not my problem. We have hyper focus, we have fast track. Easy. Easy flying through those gens, man. We might be able to get out of here with this. It depends on... Nope. Big spins. Yeah, you know, we had our fun. The tree was a paid actor. Joke's on you, I can't afford actors. By the killer, yes, yes indeed, yes indeed, yep. Good old pay to win DVD. I was doing my part. Okay. Top scoring survivor. Oof again, yeah. Yeah, speaking of oof again, we're gonna see how long stream is going today. Because if I feel much worse than where I'm at right now, stream is gonna end. Also, why we're starting off with Survivor. Let me see if I've got like Pepto-Bismol or something. Be right back. I didn't realize how much. I gotta. Yeah. I didn't realize how much Pepto-Bismol you're actually like supposed to drink for the regular just dose. So it comes in, it has like the little measuring cup, right? So you go through 2 of those measuring cups every hour. It's not like, you know, you have one, you're good for like 5 hours or whatever, like everything else. Nope. I like drinking that stuff on the regular. Yeah, 60 milliliters every hour. Okay. Just swig Pepto once when needed. Well, we'll see when that when needed is. And I mean, was it Gordon Ramsay who just like chugged the thing on Hot Ones? Which honestly, come to think of it, is probably a really good idea. Where is it? Basement. Probably center. We're just going right in. I'm not afraid. Makes Pepto chew. See, those are dangerous because I don't really hate the taste of Pepto-Bismol. Like, sure, it's a little chalky, but like that's not bad. I need the glyph, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. No. I appreciate you for letting me get the glyph. I understand. I understand. You were kind enough to let me get the glyph. I'm not even mad about it. I have not seen a basement Bubba in years. I'm not even mad. That's amazing. Good for them, dude. I gotta turn off this this bot. So that is what I'll do. Chatbot, timers, and there we go. Get him. Get. What? Oh, he's not basement Bubba. He's basement chest Bubba. They're different. He's just a silly little guy. Had the chewables in boot camp when a stomach bug went around, was popping those things like crazy. Man, I can't even imagine dealing with like food poisoning like symptoms while having to go through all that. He's just a little silly little guy. Wait, is he actually around or is he just... Nah, I think he's just still chilling in the basement. I think that's what he's up to. Also, we gotta hyper focus. Sounds like he's moving. I'm gonna get smacked. I was very surprised. This guy was just willing to stay in basement. Oh man. Oh yeah, I forgot how much longer his chainsaw rev is. I think he actually gets me here. Nope. He's gonna be moving fast though. There we go. I don't know if we make this because he's probably gonna have like Bloodlust 3 million. Maybe? Later. Making my way downtown. Hey guy. Yep. And away we go. I don't think any of these walls are open. This might be death for me. I lied. Okay. Ba-da-da-doo. We're going on a trip. You love the purple hair, but it's just too bright. I think maybe that's why I like it. Is because it's obnoxiously bright. Bare necessities, yep. That chase, all about the bare necessities. Can I? Oh no, I can't. Unfortunate. I think he struggles out with that. Yep. Open the door. Hey, guy. I think he should be all right. Got Jungle Book stuck in my head for a bit now. It's so good. Jungle Book audio is so good. Whack Attack. Interesting name. My time for this. Why did they leave? Why are you still here? You fool! Oh. If we had a third, everything would be fine. What's the longest chase you've seen in this? I don't know, like I have over 5,000 hours, man. I've definitely had longer chases. Except a Black Panther stuffy named Bagheera. That's adorable. Was my longest chase on Hawkins? I feel like it was. Which is also the reason why I was like, yeah, them removing Hawkins was good because there was so much broken stuff you could do. 10-minute chase, no gens were done. That's true too, right? Like you could say a 5-gen chase or a 1-gen chase, but they could be just the same amount depending on your teammates. Yeah, why not? We'll just kind of zoom through here. It's the doctor. Didn't expect the doctor to be a part of this one. There's so much else paying attention. But yeah, the super bright purple is a part of the Cheshire Life set. Oh, there's, yeah. Well, also too, you'll have like somebody with a flashlight, like chasing you around or something like that. It's like, bro, I'm not. Go work on a gen. Go do something helpful. Like, nah, it's fine. That's actually not awful. And we still get to flex the Twitch shirt. The Cheshire Nia is really, Really solid. Do I not have? I'm gonna sign in. Do this bit. Shameful TTV. Good alert. Take care, Zachary. Wonder how long. Wonder how long Pepto takes. Should be relatively instant. Shots of Pepto. Exactly. Exactly. Doing like 2 shots of Pepto every hour. Or you can do a shot of Pepto every hour. Or every half hour. To coat your stomach. So I should be doing like cartwheels or something over there, right? Get that full coverage. That's nice, Chubbs. It's nice that you can have a like nice little date night with your wife still. All that. I thought about putting stuff in my hair this morning, and then it was like, nope. Not doing that. Doesn't look awful though. I'm still kind of okay with it. Bedhead Reefy is fine. Yeah, right? Like, it's actually, you know, I'm gonna sit here and being like vain for a little bit. It's not that bad. Also, I would normally be getting a haircut last weekend, but when I asked, I was like, hey, you have anything available this weekend? They're like, about the 4th? And I was like, oh, like, well, I guess that'll do. Money Mom. Well, that's interesting. So the lullaby is the red without the heart. Got it. Got my old pops to watch kiddos. We got dinner and watch the new Guardians of the... Yeah, but Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Dude, I was talking to somebody recently and they're like, hey, any movies you want to see? I have... And like, I saw John Wick. I saw Evil Dead. There was one that I wanted to see, but I couldn't think of. And it was... Yeah. It was Guardians. High skill. What? Dang. Call. Money Mom. Nope. Nope. Not even close. Not even close. I'm absolutely gonna... Do we early drop this? Or do we... I mean, it's too late for us to early drop it. So we're just gonna... Yep. We're playing games. Nope. What are you trying to... Bro, you're like 8 feet tall. What are you doing trying to moonwalk? Nope. That's 2. Is that 3? Did I fire 5 shots or 6? Nope. That'd be even better. After all this, I'm just not gonna drop this pallet. I'm just gonna like leave. I'm just gonna take the hit and go somewhere else. Nope. Not a single pallet dropped. Let's go. Right. Give it another wraparound. Yeah, we gotta hit those high skill. Ruin. Oh. You know she had Iron Maiden? Boop. Alright, bye. Yeah, you should probably deal with that. Guess where we're going. Oh, okay. Well, you know. Wait, those kind of skill checks? Those kind of great skill checks. You hate getting haircuts now? A lasting side effect to my strokes, the nerve endings on my head and left side of my body, the signals don't get interpreted properly by my brain anymore. So feeling buzzers on my head has become a very weird, unpleasant sensation. Been growing my hair since January 1st, but I have a friend's wedding coming up and want to look spiffy, so I'll get it done. I don't know if at that point you just kind of look up like what haircuts look like, what hairstyles look decent at, like, just with long hair. I have overtime. What am I doing? I'm out of here. Out of here, man. Go to men, working this gen, get on going. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, scissors with a comb guard? Maybe. Oh, that's wild. Brains are weird. Skill checks. I need some skill checks, please. Oh boy. I did it! All part of the plan! And meanwhile, I've seen, there was a video documentary of somebody who got in a really bad fight and took a crowbar through the skull. Like, dude came into the ER with a crowbar that entered the top of his skull and exited above his eyes. And dude was like conscious, alert, oriented, and just got wheeled in, just like talking to him. And, you know, of course, surgeons are figuring stuff out, and they figured it out, and I think he had some very, like, relatively minor issues, but, like, 6-7 months later, he was good. Unit crowbar man, yes, exactly. I think he forgot some like stuff in his childhood or something like that. Like, I don't know if he was like missing 7th and 8th grade, but like well, whatever. Right, like complete total of 18 of the following survivor. What did I miss? Talking about how brains are weird. I saw this interrogation video where the cops thought this guy was a suspect and he had a weird injury in his eye, but as he's talking slowly says he doesn't feel good. Cops realize he was shot in the eye. There was some dude who went to the ER with a splitting headache. I went and x-rayed him. It's a good thing they didn't use an MRI. And found out while he was asleep, his wife shot him in the head. And the bullet was just like sitting there. There was some kid who also complained of a just horrible pain. Kid had tried to shoot himself with a 22 and the bullet got stuck in his tongue. And like, I don't recall if it was stuck in his tongue or made it through the tongue and then got stuck like before it hit the spine. There's a dude who damaged his brain diving into an empty pool. Afterwards, he could play a piano off of hearing songs. That has happened enough where there's actually a word for it, and I don't remember what it is, but it's effectively like you have a traumatic brain injury and you come out and you're like, I can do this thing now at a legendary level. Like some people will like, they'll come out and they'll be like, give me, what was the first, I think the first time I heard about it was some kid who came out of a coma and was like, I need a Rubik's Cube and a meatball Subway sandwich. Like, it's like, sure, whatever, kid. And somebody who had never solved a Rubik's Cube before was like flying through them. But for some reason, the meatball Subway sandwich was like what stuck in my head about that. I remember he specifically asked for these two things. I'm your killer. All right, man. GG's. Good luck. I don't know why I said GG's. We're already off to a great start. What's in the box? Should probably go get that. Nice, nice. Sandwich is what gets me. Something. I mean, who knows, right? All this other stuff, your flavor, like, profile, like, the stuff you enjoy, could be totally shaken up as well. I don't even remember what my challenge was. Well, a friend of mine got concussion as a teen and lost his sense of smell. I'll be straight with you all. I don't know how many concussions I've had. Let her heal you. I believe my first one was from playing cherry bombs as a kid. Which was a game which is like tag. Except it has to be played on a playground. Alrighty. It has to be played on a playground. And if the person who is it is on the playground equipment, they have to have their eyes closed. And if somebody is off of the playground equipment and the person who is it says cherry bomb, then the person who is on the ground is out. So go figure. Chasing after somebody and smashing your head into a metal pole. Probably isn't it? Because it wasn't like the first dunk. It was the falling off of falling off and falling on the back of my head. That was probably the hit that did it. Never confirmed a concussion, but falling off your How did I not see him? How did you hit her? Like, that's not even saying weird. I legitimately don't know how he didn't hit me there. Dude got behaviored. I came back for you. No.
You're merely postponing the inevitable.
Am I? Oh, there's no pallet here. Whip. Hi. General Kenobi. Surprised to see. Let's see if we can do the thing. I'm just gonna stay here. Buongiorno. What up, Across? Hope you're well. You have 4 confirmed concussions. Been running around a pool. Yes, I know. Slipped, smacked the back of my head on the tile. Had a bruise. Nothing. Angry, your dad said you couldn't go back to swim and had to go home. Yeah! It felt the ground hit from 60 feet away. Yeah, I'm gonna have to side with your dad on that one. How you doing? I'm doing okay. My stomach's been weird, so we're just, you know, Having some Pepto-Bismol every once in a while. But alright. I'm good. I'm good for now. Of Pepto. I don't need this. I don't need this. We're just gonna. There you go. Taking that hit. We got you. We got you. Everyone hears Pepto and immediately thinks of shots. Dude, Pepto's not bad. I don't know how they made medicine that isn't like bad, but it's actually not bad. You're so smart with your degree. Oh, wait. Flashbang, shasha.
Too bad you won't make it much further.
Yeah, I really hope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, dude, so close. It's a good idea, though. That's rough. I hate when that happens. Like, I'm gonna pull the pallet. It's like, oh, you mean like 4 seconds from now when the killer's already through it? Yeah, that's why they're like, if you hear it, pull over to the side. Because if you don't know where it's coming from, don't be the reason you're in the way. Or don't be the one. We got there. Concussions, man. Brenna has multiple concussions. One from her older sister throwing a camcorder at her head. Like the full-blown VHS tape camcorders. Another standing next to the wall for wall ball, and some kid kicked a ball back to the court, hit her in the head, so it's probably the, like, into the wall. Dude, those things were not small. Full-blown VHS tape on your shoulder. Look at us, Nia. Who'd have thought? I actually do like that setup for Nia quite a bit. The corner of a concrete wall. Nope. 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 Oh, dude, I thought he was gonna look back around. Kinda did. I've only dropped 3 pallets this match, man. I gotta get on that. I'm gonna just start like early dropping pallets.
You pay for that.
And away we go. Later. A little bit, yeah. let's go find a gen. Hey, friend. I think he's just tired of this match because everybody he's chasing is kind of running him for a pretty decent amount of time. Boom, 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 boom. Dang it. Dude, crushing it with Merciless Storm. Alright, so I guess we're not too worried about it. And I'll work on this one. Yeah, somebody else is in chase. We'll go ahead and get that save after. Or not. There you go. Ooh, did not actually think that was gonna hit there. Hello, everyone. I'm assuming we're just kind of like cruising on out of here. Oh. It's unlucky. We are going back to being healed by depression. And he waddled away. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Excuse me. I mean, that's gonna do it. That'll do. I don't know if she's off the record. It's not gonna matter. That was a weak attempt at a 360. Oh no. Not like this. He might come back up to pick me up. Yeah, he is. GG's, guys. GG's. We went back to the save. If we have friends who go down and go for the other one, then we could get 3 out, which is still pretty decent. I messed that up. No worries. We had some really good runs in there, though. Not too shabby. Dude, I barely dropped like any pallets. Dude, look at those scores, man. Doing really well across the board. Oh, I don't think I slept well either. Could use another weekend day. Definitely could. I'm gonna go grab some more water. I'll be back. Oh, dude, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. GG's. GG's. It was a fun game. I had a great time. It was also Pepto-Bismol shot time, so I went and had some of that. Borrowed time. Oh no! That would have been a huge save. If I wouldn't have died so early on, then it would have been just fine. Or if I wouldn't have been hooked so early on, then yeah, we would have been just fine. I made some mistakes. It's all right. It's no big deal. Another one, really? Dying Light, okay. Wesker. It is what it is. I'm so surprised he didn't go for it. Let's see what we can do. It's Wesker from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Add a... I might have cut this one a little bit too close. I actually thought I was gonna get away with that one. I didn't realize he had the, I think those are the add-ons where you can like walk around a little bit longer between his first and his second lunge. Well done. Morning cupcake. Yeah, in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I want to say there was a basically a way you could freeze the entire arcade cabinet by executing a combo from... Was it Magneto? I don't know. Anyway, I had a friend of mine that was like he would play at Evo for Marvel vs. Capcom, and what he would do is after he was done beating everyone at any arcade bar, and like, you know, some random would go up who like didn't see that he just killed everyone at the bar. You would go up and lock lock up the whole arcade cabinet and just walk away. All right, well, you know. Doesn't this game have more Resident Evil characters at this point than RE-verse? And they waddled away. Yeah, I don't blame them. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head for ages now. We got a 3-day weekend coming up. It's the Monday. The Monday's the reason for the 3-day, right? Yeah, I think so. I would have been okay with this week being a short week. I didn't get to drop any pallets. I was that healing really well. Really well. Like, I don't know if you can really see it all that well, especially with all the green screen stuff and whatnot, but it is healing incredibly well. I didn't get a peeling phase once the entire time. Saniderm's awesome, and that is what I'm gonna say. That is what I'm gonna say. You want to poke it? It has a very let's see, what was it described as? A very boopable snoot is, I think, the official term. Or just for the nose, the nose bit. We'll go back. Yeah. Just the big old nose. Really see the eye there, can you? There you go. Yep. The eye, and then there's like an eye on its forehead too, somewhere. Yep, there we go. I'm pretty sure that's an eye. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Almost? Yeah, I can see it. I don't know, maybe took some inspiration from that. I did not see that up on his, like, references. I saw a bunch of other, like, super dark art for his references, so I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna boop it. I'm gonna boop it. Sure. I feel like I need to bring hand sanitizer with lotion next time I go to, like, a convention. Because a handful of people are probably going to want to do the same. Like this game and killer, dude. That's back-to-back killer matches. You've had the killer come by and say hello. Good luck, man. Yeah. Kind of waiting for Pepto-Bismol to do its thing again. Your turtle a reverse case, right? I was wrong. I was wrong. You also have this lovely thing called no. If you don't want people touching you at a convention. Well, sure, yeah. I'm not saying I'll use hand sanitizer because I don't want people touching me at a convention. It's like it's because people will. And, you know. Yeah, too late. Too late! Oh, hi, Dredge. I gotta find out what's in the box. Worth. Oh, I messed it up. I'm sorry. You trusted me and I failed you. Also, I waited way too long. Oh, I didn't. Dang, dude, I am hard for getting, like, hit without seeing the killer swing animation. Yeah, spray their hands before the boop. Then I can look like I'm being helpful. Sounds nice, right? Right? He's just a Bill. Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much there, Bill. It's fine. Oh, it's not that one. It's the one down there. Okay. You have an important question. What is the important question, Jasper? Why am I the way that I am? There's a very long and logical explanation for it that I'm sure both a psychiatrist and a trying to remember what it is. Person who specializes in, I mean, I guess you could say neuroscience, but also probably like what your parents have given you. When will sleep be a normal thing for me? Everyone's normal is a little different, so maybe you're having your normal amount of sleep. Psych? Maybe that's not it. I mean, isn't that who you would talk to figure out why you are the way how you are? That was almost a sentence. Wrong crowd to ask about normal sleep. You're like, bro, I stream from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. Pop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the pallets under here are gone. The one up top is probably gone too. I don't know. Yep. Oh, you showed him you had a flashlight before the pickup, like way before the pickup. Just sleep being normal instead of 0. Probably not gonna like the answer. My sleep improved when I dropped caffeine. And got a little bit of exercise every day. So, if you want an actual answer for that, drop caffeine, drink enough water, and get some exercise. So... if you wanted an actual answer, there you go. Jasper's like, no, I mean... he's got some long, quick arms. Don't believe that the stimulant that you consume, I'm assuming at this point, regularly, daily, is the reason that you are having difficulty sleeping. not my problem. Jasper out here wanting venting and validation instead of science and reason. You come at me with a science and reason question, you're gonna get a science and reason kind of answer. Hello. So Chun-Li protecting the, oh, rip. Protecting, dude, I was reading that like it was an actual thing. Chun-Li protecting the village from Albert Wesker. Would I watch that? Yes. Chun-Li in a Resident Evil universe? Dude, with Leon's roundhouse kicks from Resident Evil 4? Dang, dude. We're just really not doing gens, are we? Anywho. No, man, just talking about sleep stuff. I feel like sleep is generally an everyone kind of thing. But yeah, man. For me and myself, it was tough because like I can tell my mood in the short term was generally a lot better during the day when I'd be drinking caffeine, but like over a long term, got me good there. Over the long term, quitting caffeine was a huge help, and then it's tough. It's not easy. It's not easy. I have done a handful of things. I've like been able to get away from it a handful of times, and then this week is gonna be another week when I'm like getting away from it, when I'm switching everything to every type of decaffeinated thing ever. And it is not easy, especially when like a habit's been built up. To be like, oh yeah, you know, have this when I like wake up, do my thing or whatever. But it is noticeable when you look back and you're like, how's my sleep in the last 2 weeks? But it's not noticeable in like a, whoops, it's not noticeable in a like day-to-day kind of thing until you look back and you're like, oh yeah, I'm like actually just legitimately feeling better a lot of the time. I don't know, my timing is perfect. My timing was perfect. I can't get into either of those. Ooh, hey, welcome back, Zachary. Okay, so somebody else is in chase. Should be able to get a quick flashbang out of that. Let's get this thing rolling, man. Let's do it. Seems like things are a bit of a dredgeful situation. Everybody's on death hook. One gen remaining. Yeah, it's could be anybody's game. Well, that's risky against a dredge. Fast entering a locker. He's below. Yeah, he's below and in chase. I don't think we can get there in time. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. She's dead, Jim. It's above. I felt like I made that. That's alright. Anyway, I guess the other one's gonna get a hatch, and that's gonna be that. What was that? I don't know. Oh, man. Well, our wiggle's broken. No, I was just messing with the wiggle button. I think he's thirsting for the 4K. Which, like, I'd rather probably just bleed out. What up, Ghost? How are you? Waiting for our good old friend Pepto-Bismol to do more Pepto-Bismol things. What happens if this killer warps through cabinet? The survivor is in the killer plays this fun little animation where it like warps around the entire locker, and then the killer exits the locker with the survivor on their shoulder. It's actually really cool. Too bad this killer's weak. I would say they're mid. They're like mid tier. They're not bad. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't like playing against them because of all the stuff you can do like mid chase. Which I don't think this killer did too much mid chase. The maps are, yeah. Dredge is very, very map dependent. Is Haddonfield real bad? Oh yeah, I guess the entire center area. There's nothing you can teleport to. It's Dead by Daylight, man. This is the game. It's what it's all about. Surprised I didn't hear it. Oh well. severely doubt. Severely doubt we're getting out. I'm not too worried about it one way or another. Alright, on to the next one. I've been drinking a crazy amount of water trying to, what do we get? Nah. Bear traps, Jane Romero. So we're gonna load in with Jane Romero. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. And I've been drinking so much water trying to, like, flush through whatever it is. Hopefully it helps. Anyway, I'll be back. Yeah, I got like, still not feeling 100%. Still not feeling 100%. Almost feeling a touch worse if anything else. Yeah, no, I'd rather GG go next rather than get just kind of like laid out on the ground and left there to wait for to leave. But yeah, dude, appreciate the kindness and best luck in your next match. Yeah, this killer's AFK too. Yep. Yup, this is definitely gonna have to be the last one. Most streamers get time. I actually haven't dealt with too much of that recently. I got camped out, I think, once today. Which, I mean, that at least means I got into a chase, so I'd rather have that than the AFK killers, like, for example, that I've got going on right now. Yeah, he's just AFK. But yeah, I'm not feeling well. Having, like... Come on, guys. Having, like, really light bouts of nausea. So we're gonna finish this match out. I'm gonna go lay down until I go into work. And that will be that. Yeah, nice jobs. I like it. Yep. I got you. We start feeling better for the workday. Same. I got a weak stomach, man. Tomorrow? No, I'm going to work today. I'm going to work in like, getting ready for work in like 2 hours. So I'm gonna basically take a nap and head into work. Yeah, those 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. streams, man. That's one way to start off the week, but we got a 3-day weekend coming up, so it's not too bad. And honestly, games today for Dead by Daylight, not too bad. Did not have too bad of a day. Yeah, it's 5:43 a.m. right now. And I'm out of here, and that is gonna be stream. So, like I said, I'm sorry to close this thing out early. I was actually gonna try to hopefully do better this week, but I am not feeling great, and today's gonna be a busy week at work, so I need to get the extra rest. And hopefully feel better. You guys all have a great day, night, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you all are. I will be seeing you all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace. Later, guys.
I can dream,